evening.
Beeline 3 Sierra Golf, push and start approved. Push back and start approved. Beeline 3.
Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the flight deck of our Airbus A320. Today we're doing another live stream in the It Never Fails series. So if you're new to this series, basically it's a regular flight, at least it's planned as a regular flight, but it won't be anything but a regular flight. I'm using ProSim and a random number of failures among different failure categories that we're gonna pick in a minute or two. Today we're flying from Rome, Fiumicino, down to Greece, to Corfu. We're here at stand 311 in our Airbus A320. In the interest of time, I've kind of started everything, set it up, got our clearance. We are boarding as we speak. So hopefully it's not going to be too long before we get going. So thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for joining the live stream. Let's see what happens today. I'll make sure I have everything set up here. Wonderful. Okay, that was the little ding for the end of boarding. So hopefully we'll close all the doors. So as usual, we're going to be using SayIntentions for the ATC, for the AI traffic, and for the cabin crew. So I think is Caroline flying with us today? Hey Caroline, how are you today? Hopefully
I'm
it's
doing
Caroline.
well, Captain, thank you. Ready for a great flight.
Wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 4 Charlie Tango from Rome to Corfu. We are currently in the boarding process, so please find your seats and stow your luggage safely.
Thought we were pretty much
If you need
boarded
any
already.
assistance, feel free to ask any of our crew members. Thank you for
So I
choosing
see
to fly with us
Ashton
today.
joined and with a question. Wonderful. What aircraft do you use? I'm actually using ProSim, which is kind of a dedicated A320 simulator for Cockpit Builder that allows you to run the simulation on multiple computers. So I have one dedicated computer running the external views, the 3 screens, but then everything in the cockpit, all the PFD and D, CAM, MCDU, all of that is driven by additional computer, and hence not loading up the main computer with that. It is probably something that you know, but it's the core of what originally Phoenix used for their aircraft. Good question. Wonderful. See, we already have a thumb up. Yes, we have a little contest to make things even more challenging. What am I thinking? On previous videos, the goal was to reach 10% thumb up or likes compared to the total number of videos. Once again, we're a little short, so the challenge will remain a challenge. But don't you worry, there's plenty of adventure to have today on this flight. So one thing I wanted to see is, in the past I've used the purser to give us some random failure. Let me see if I can actually use the chat bot. So this is experimental. My failure my fail right here. Don't try the command, it's only for moderators, so there's no point in you guys trying, but let's see if that even works. Alright. Oh no! Oh no! Here is a random failure group, electrical. Good luck, Captain. Alright, well, I guess electrical is on the menu again. That had been quite challenging during our first flight. Alright, let's see what else. I'm glad it worked. Let's see if Caroline has an idea of what else we can cook here. But I'll make note of electrical for sure. Hey Caroline, would you mind giving me 2 random numbers between 1 and 8, please? Alright, let's see. Let's roll the dice.
Sure, Captain. How about 3 and 7?
3 and 7. 3 is fuel. And 7 is navigation. Interesting. Alright, so these are some of the categories. I believe I had also looked at maybe putting a list of those categories for future reference. Let me see if I do question mark fail real quick here. And that. A little bit of testing. I'm still new to the whole streaming here. There we go. Wonderful. Here's the list of available kind of failure categories. Some of them we need to meet our target numbers, but still here plenty. So today, electrical, fuel, and navigation. So let me program that really quick, and then I think we can get going. So don't go anywhere if you just join us. Let me hop here on the tablet. I can program random failures. Oh, I can't believe, why is this always giving me trouble? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go and do it on the computer. I don't know why. I tested 5 times to make sure I could select it properly from here, and it's just not, it just doesn't want to do it. That is interesting. Nope. Okay. Well, no worries. I'll be back. It's actually even faster on the computer. So let me give you an external view here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Can't believe this is the first time it's happening. I tested it like 3 times before going live. Anyway, I did it on the computer. I must have clicked like 100 failures among these throw groups. So Today's menu has some interesting challenge: electrical, fuel, and navigation. And I had planned to bump up the radar failure, which that might be a lost stream chat. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I think we are pretty much good to go. We're already on the APU. Everybody's on board. We disconnected the GPU. Perfect. So we'll put our beacon lights on. Cockpit prep have been completed. I have the gear pins. Signs are on. I have verified the ADIRs. All three on nav for now. Who knows what's gonna happen with those. Fuel quantity, we have our 7.1 tons. Let's balance. Perfect. Takeoff data, we're expecting runway 25, 140, 140, 143, flaps 1, up 0.4, and it's a flex 60. Okay, 1014 is the barrel ref. Alright, let me see if we can get a hold of ground and request pushback. So, SayIntentions is this nice new app now, where you can see the frequencies. I could look at the chart, I guess. Ground 121.675. Though you gave me 122.125, I think. It might be multiple. Alright, let's use the recommended frequency 121.675. From Fiumicino ground, good afternoon. Easy for Charlie Tango, stand 311 with information Tango, ready for push and start. Put my transponder on. And I should have called GSX already to save some time.
Easy for Charlie Tango. Fiume ground. Push and start approved. Contact apron on 119.9 for tug services.
Okay, we don't know that. We'll do GSX. Push and start approve. Easy for Charlie Tango.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, parking brake is coming off.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, let's make sure we have bleed air.
53 ready to taxi.
Itaro 1753. Taxi to runway 25 via Echo Charlie. Echo Golf Delta.
Hey, start
Delta
number
Mike,
1.
Bravo, Bravo.
25 via Echo Charlie. Echo
I like
Golf,
to
Delta,
start
Delta,
the
Mike,
clock
Bravo,
here.
Bravo,
That's our
Itaro
block off time.
1753. Ground Air China 939, a taxi to the gate.
Air China 939. Taxi to parking via Alpha. Cross runway 25. Then Hotel Romeo.
Alpha, cross runway 25.
Okay,
then
we have
Hotel
fuel
Romeo,
flow,
Air China
EGT
939.
rising, N1 is coming up to
Air
live.
12 Romeo Golf ready to taxi.
Using
Aero
igniters
Italia 12
B.
Romeo Golf. Taxi to runway 34 left.
Bleed valve
Via
should
Echo
close
Bravo,
soon. There we
November
go.
Golf, Hotel Alpha.
34 left via Echo Bravo, November Golf, Hotel, Alpha Aero Italia 12 Romeo Golf.
And we have the available signs, so we can start number 2 now that we had a good start on number 1. So starting number 2, bleed valve open, N2 spinning.
62 Delta uniform. Ground Alpine 53 Delta Lima, taxi to the gate.
Alpine 53
Get my
Delta
chart
Lima.
ready
Taxi to parking
before
via
I get
Delta
lost
Echo,
here.
Delta Echo Golf, Echo Alpha.
Oh my goodness.
Delta Echo Golf, Echo
Some
Alpha,
serious
Alpine 53 Delta Lima.
text instruction.
Whirling 10
Alright,
Mike
parking
Echo,
brake
ready
set,
to
you
taxi.
clear to disconnect.
Welling 10 Mike
Okay.
Echo. Taxi to runway 34
Monitoring the
left via
start
Yankee
on number
Alpha.
2. As usual, I
34
wish
left
I
via
had a
Yankee
first
Alpha,
officer,
Vier-Im-Pott 10
especially
Mike Echo.
if things turn a little spicy during the flight with all the failures, but for now you're stuck with Captain Tango, flying solo. Okay, we've good start on both engine. I'll do the after start flow real quick. Look at point 4 up. Start the chrono for the warm-up time, and we can turn off the bleed and the APU. Gonna wait to put the radar on. The weather should be fine. Okay, so we're here at 311. See what they give us.
Giving way to the Wiz Malta 21, Itaro 1753.
Air China
Air
939.
China.
Give way to the Europa 737.
We'll give way to the Europa 737, Air China 939.
Ryanair 402 Mike, give way to the Itaro 20 Mena.
Alright, thank you. We'll see you next time.
20 in, Ryanair 402 Mike.
Okay, radar can come on. Everything looks good. Let's do the after start so we don't bother anybody on the taxiway. NTI is not required. ECAM status for now is still normal. Pitch trim point 4 is set and rudder trim 0. I as well do quick flight control check here. Okay, everything looks good, and the rudder left and right. Well, right and left. Okay. Flight instruments, briefing, flap setting. We have 1 is what we want. ATC set. ECAM memo we'll get as soon as we get going. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we get. Ground easy for Charlie Tango, ready to taxi.
Easy for Charlie Tango. Taxi to runway 25 via November Hotel. Echo Golf Delta. Delta Mike. Bravo Bravo.
Taxi to runway 25 via November Hotel. Echo Golf Delta. Delta Mike. Bravo Bravo. Easy for Charlie Tango. Okay. November Hotel is where we are. Echo Golf is straight ahead. Descend us through Delta, usually. Yeah, Delta Mike. Okay, usually that's reserved for the traffic coming from the landing runway, but we'll see what happens. All good. Taxi lights are on. Let's go. So the AI traffic from SayIntentions is still work in progress, but as you can see, it's quite a few aircrafts. You can hear them talk to ATC. I think some of the things they're working on, is still mostly sequencing in the air, sequencing in the ground, and then also emergency procedure. Was a little confused the last times we had to do that. So. Worst case, we'll turn it off, at least the ATC, but it's good to see airport with lots of traffic. I should have done a brake check. Yeah, all good, no pressure.
With Zaire 4032, taxi to runway 25 via Echo Charlie, Echo Golf.
Okay, that's the Wizz there. Is he gonna come away? That's gonna be a problem, for example. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, is he going to park there?
Europa 633, Zulu Echo, contact tower on 121.305.
Okay, he's doing his little dance. Well, we'll follow the Wizz there. Clear on the left. Alright, if you're hopping on, we are still on the ground in Fiumicino, about to leave for Corfu. Or at least that's our planned destination. It's a 70-minute flight, something like that. We have randomly selected 3 groups of failures today on the menu. We have the electrical, which has caused us quite a bit of grief in the past, so hope it will be a little bit better behaved today. Electrical, fuel system, and navigations are our failure groups, and there's literally dozen upon dozen of failure in these groups. So ProSim, I have the ability to randomly select among specific failure sets and then set up a rate. So there you go, when I was talking about the issue with sequencing. Yeah, this taxiway, it's one thing that I want to add is the ability to define taxiway as a one-way taxiway. Alright, is EasyJet gonna come our way? Alright, he's gonna stop, so we're gonna amend our taxi instruction here and go back to November so that we can hop on Charlie. That should help everybody. Hello, company traffic. At least he stopped. I don't think they stopped for the other AI traffic. I'll let them arm wrestle. Now I should be able to hook a ride here on November and then join Charlie, which is actually what Bravo, sorry. Which is actually what the proper taxi instruction should have been, I believe. Beautiful day here in Rome. Weather should not be a factor. That's good to know. Okay, we'll take a ride here on Bravo and go back to our instruction to hold short. Bravo.
Delta Mike, Bravo, Bravo.
25 via Golf, November Golf, Delta, Delta Mike, Bravo, Bravo, Lufthansa 1 Romeo Lima.
Okay, the fun is about to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement for you today. This flight will be streamed live on YouTube, so we kindly ask everyone to be on their best behavior. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the flight.
Switching to tower, Air Italia 12 Romeo Golf.
Okay, Bravo, Bravo.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Contact tower on 127.625. Safe flight.
Tower 127.625, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Ciao. One, 2, 7. Six, 2, 5. Then I need to make sure I put departure in the box. I think that was a 1255. Tower Easy 4 Charlie Tango holding short runway 25 at Bravo Bravo. Just double check, ECAM memo is takeoff no blue, cabin crew has been advised engine mode selector is normal, packs are on. Runway 25 clear for takeoff, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Alright, cleared for takeoff. Wish me luck, good luck, bad luck, any luck. Let's see what happens. Okay, plenty of warm-up time, everything looks good. Takeoff, start. 50%. Manflex 60, SRS, runway, outer thrust is blue. Press set, 100 knots checked. V1, rotate. Positive right, gear up. Off we go.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, contact departure on 125.5.
Over to departure, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Roma departure, Easy 4 Charlie Tango, passing 1500 for 4000.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, Rome departure identified, climb 4000.
Climbing to 4000, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Get the chart. These departure out of Imagine are already interesting. There's always kind of two charts.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. FO Crafty is wishing us good luck. I mean, worst case scenario, she can hop on the
Easy 4
FOC.
Tango, contact Rome radar on 124.8.
Rome radar 124.8, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. 248. Rome radar, good evening. Easy 4 Charlie Tango, climbing flight level 200 via SID.
Charlie Tango, Rome radar identified, Boeing Stella Rome QNH 1013.
Yeah, but I've been cleared to flight level, so I think we're good. Alright, we have a speed limit at 200 knots, so I'm gonna prioritize climb rate here. I don't think we have, no, altitude restriction. There we go. So, I'm gonna stay here. We can do part of the after takeoff checklist, which is the gears are up, the packs are on. Turn off those, spoilers, disarm. Not sure I want to hang at 200 too long, just above the VLS. Let's see how it goes. Alright, flaps up, speed check, flaps up.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, Rome radar, climb flight level 240. Air France 16 Charlie Quebec, proceed direct Charlie India 34 Romeo. Cleared for the ILS runway 34 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2500 until established.
Descending to 2500, cleared for the ILS runway 34 right approach. Air France 16 Charlie Quebec.
Climb flight level 240, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Interesting, or might have disappeared. I think it's a little confused here. Okay, we're direct SOSAC technically. See if that helps.
Alpine 12, Tango Mike, descend and maintain flight level
I'm not gonna fight it.
Down to flight level 230. Alpine 12 Tango
It's a
Mike.
little weird. Okay, we're past 10,000. Oh, there's some weather. To our left, courtesy of active sky, so it might not match. I'm only using active sky to paint the radar picture. It is not injecting the weather into Flight Simulator 2020. For that I still use just real-time weather. Alright, let's go Autopilot 1. Autopilot 1 is on.
Flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Okay, we're on the second part of the departure past SOSAC, the Pepix 9 Alpha. So Conut and then Pepix. All good. Alright, master caution, clear master caution. Nav IR2 fault. Confirm Nav IR2 fault. Okay, there's no OEB, no checklist. So let's do the ECAM action. Attitude, heading, FO3 set. So yeah, those instruments I don't have. I'm not sure how much you can see it. Yeah, on the FO side, basically once the RS fault is on, I have to switch to the backup RS3. Okay, so that restores the instrument for my absent first officer. Never know, maybe I'll have to jump there if I lose some screens or stuff like that. Okay, so we can clear nav. Clear nav. Status. Oh yeah, I've tried to play with that. The IR may be available in attitude, Cat 3 single only. Okay, we lost our inertial reference system number 2. And we are now limited to Cat 3 single, so we lost our Cat 3 dual capability. I think there's only an RNAV approach to runway 34 in Corfu, so that is our first fault from the navigation group. So we'll remove status.
4 Charlie Tango, climb flight level 330.
climb flight level 330, easy for Charlie Tango. Alright. The game have indeed started. Okay, so turning back to follow the coast. Pretty much gonna follow it for a while, south of Naples, and then cross the boot and head out to Corfu. And when I had selected those navigation faults, there were things like the ADF could fall, or could fail, or some little thing. No, it has to be our initial reference system. Oh well. At least seems like the air is gonna be smooth here, so I'm gonna turn the fasten seat belt off.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off. You may now move about the cabin freely. However, please keep your seatbelts fastened while seated, just in case we encounter any unexpected turbulence. Thank you.
Okay, quick summary of our flight so far. We just left Rome. We are in the climb, approaching flight level 200. I think our final flight level should be 370. On our way to Corfu. And as with...
Climb flight level 370.
There we go, our final flight level. Climb flight level 370, easy for Charlie Tango. Flying EasyJet. And bringing some tourists down there to Corfu, hopefully. Better not jinx it. As with any other videos or live stream in the It Never Fails series, we activate 3 groups of failures for now, randomly selected. Today we got the pleasure to deal with potential electrical failure, fuel failure, and navigation failure. All random at a pretty high rate, although it is really random. So some case I had only 2 or 3, in some case I had 5 or more. So, and I did increase the rate a little bit, so I might come to regret that pretty quickly. Alright, let's do, we'll pass Pepix. Still on the climb. Might as well start checking everything looks okay. One thing I mentioned before, from time to time I have other flight simmers in the cockpit, and they know I can spring some failures on them, and with time they clearly become better at making sure they keep an eye out for possible issues, because not all of them would come necessarily with an ECAM message, or even just you know, the warning or caution. Okay, we're pretty high cost index here. 59 fuel prediction with 35 minutes extra. Secondary, I'll copy the active. Very nice.
Rome radar.
So our rate of climb is kind of slowing down. Gonna keep going at 1,000 feet per minute. We might see the, oh, we will see the speed bleeding off a little bit, but that's alright. Okay, so we can, the spirit of keeping our options closed, turn on the airport. So Naples, we would probably still go back to Rome at this point, which is always what I put. It's 50 miles away. We can actually do an equi-time point with Naples. Let's not worry about the wind. Okay, yeah, we would still turn back. Plus, it's a little easier to have long runways and kind of standard approach into Rome. Naples might be a little more challenging, but you know, if we were to get on fire, then you can't really pick. You can see the traffic around us, courtesy of SayIntentions, and the little symbols from the ATSO feature in the ProSim A320. So we got the usual diamond when they get closer, could get amber or red, but we have also access to additional information and traffic. Apparently we are circled by Ryanair aircraft. Well, it is summer in Europe. People gotta go places for their vacations. Can see how the speed is now below 320, at least the indicated airspeed. Still doing 457 over the ground, so that's pretty good, despite a little bit of headwind. When it gets all quiet like this, I start thinking about the fact that I have a bunch of failures ready to jump at me. Well, time will tell what's cooking. Here's our trusty little A320 off the coast of Italy on our way to Corfu. Most of the weather is over Italy. I mean, weather, clouds. Alright, it's time to get back into the cockpit. Yes, you guessed it, we have another master caution. And this time the electrical gremlins are back. Alright, clear master caution. IDG2 oil low pressure. Yeah, we have a fault on our IDG integrated drive generator. Elec page is automatically display IDG2 low pressure, which means ECAM action IDG2 off. It's a red guarded switch, so we would want to confirm that's indeed the right thing, and I believe once you disconnect those, only maintenance can reconnect, and that's partially indicated with the little two little dot. I know you can't see them on the overhead, but we're gonna disconnect the IDG, or at least put it off. So Gen 2 fault, so clear elec. It's probably a good idea to start the APU. 28,000. See what the... Hold on one second here. I think we're still within the envelope. We'll put the seatbelt sign back on for now. Okay. status in up system. We have now the main galley has been shattered, and
Ladies
generator
and gentlemen, I
2
would like to
is
inform you
off.
that
The
the
passengers are
Radar,
not gonna be
Tower
happy.
1720,
Please return to your
flight
seats
level
and fasten your
350.
seatbelts. Thank you.
Tower 1720, radar contact.
Okay, well, I'll inform Caroline. Let's remove status. Looks like our APU is starting okay. Can hear some relays, which good thing, bad thing, we'll see. Yes, Caroline, just want to inform you that with some minor electrical fault that required us to shed the main galley, so don't be surprised about that. Apologies. Okay.
Thank you for the update, Captain. I will keep an eye on the situation and inform the crew accordingly.
Okay. Well, means no coffee, I guess. So how does our oh, we have a failure on the MCDU on the FO side. Yeah, that thing is pretty toasted. Well, let's finish with my thought here. Electrical. So we shut down the right side of engine 2. So now the APU has picked up the load and is feeding the AC2 bus. Alright. That, yeah, I didn't want to just keep going on just one generator. Glad the APU came online. I'll have to check how high we can start the APU, because the danger is that if you're too high and it doesn't start, you just drain your batteries, which is not a good thing when you're dealing with electrical gremlins. Okay, let me look at that failed MCDU. Let me give you. So you can see on this view the two MCDU. Mine I can still move pages, but first officer here has nothing. Now it might be a resettable failure, so for that we would have to deal with the circuit breakers. So let me go see here. I don't have the real panels for the circuit breakers, but some of them, not all of them, are modeled. Go take a look. CBs, and that is a long list. So let me find MCDU2. Don't want to pull the wrong one. Okay, MCDU2. Let's pull that guy. See what that does. Okay, at least I pulled the correct
Ryanair 131,
circuit
my
breaker.
contact, Gradenize approach on 125.39.
That MCDU is blank. Wait a little bit and I'll reset it.
Ryanair 131, Mike.
And it says ready. Oof, it came back to life. Okay, so it was a resettable failure. Well, we'll take our little wins where we can. Okay, and these are just the things we know of. So our IDG is busted. Our IRS2 is busted. Our MCDUs is on the FO side having second thought about working on a Wednesday. Boy, what's next? Alright, we're still on the climb to 370, slowly but certainly.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Expect a bead 1 uniform arrival. I'll start your descent in about 20 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
We will expect the BD1 uniform arrival, Easy 4 Charlie Tango. Well, yeah, I guess we have a flight to take care of here. So I think that's what we were expecting.
Expect a bead 1 uniform arrival.
Copy. Easy for Charlie Tango. Yeah, sometimes I don't understand. So that's the BidX1 uniform. So let's put that in there. I'm assuming we're gonna do the RNAV runway 34 BD1 uniform. Oh, we can do it via BidX? Hold on, hold on. Look at the chart real quick here. BidX. Oh, it sends you over the field. Well, to the Kirkira VOR. The RNP can start at BidX. If not, it's gonna look weird, but let's hope we can do that. Temporary insert. For now, we gotta be careful because what we've been cleared for, put it in, and that's the spaghetti mess here. It goes BidX and then Kirkira, but then I send it through the BidX transition. That's why it has this weird teardrop return to BidX. We haven't been given an approach yet, not even at the cruise level. Getting there, getting there. Does that give us an altitude? Can use, not really, there's no speed constraint, no altitude. Well, let's hope we can shoot the RNAV from BidX. That's an initial, yeah, the initial approach fix. Looking at the chart, we could, okay, R601 is max 185, 2900. So let's guesstimate maybe 4000 there. Let's put that as a cross-reference. BidX, if we need it to be at 4000, we'll be at 370. So that's 33,000, 33 times 399 plus 10 to slow down. We'll put the radius of 110, see where that goes and where it has, yeah, obviously my track miles are much longer with the star and come back to BidX, so I'm not surprised we would descend sooner. Well, let's see. Okay, 1,000 to go. I see that our temperature on the wing fuel tank on the tips is 56 degrees C. So that's getting a little hot. Not sure what's causing that. I've seen it really cold below minus 40 when I was doing a flight over the South Pole with my G-Hell team. But I wonder if it's that, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's causing that, and I'm not sure there's necessarily much I can do about it. I mean, eventually the valve will open and they'll empty into the main wing tank, but okay, so I think we got one of each now. Definitely got a leg, we definitely got nav. 2 nav, the MCDU is part of the navigation failures. Luckily we were able to reset that, and now I think we got a little fuel adventure. Okay, well, let's see. Let's stay ahead of the plane, especially if things happen here. Let's see if we can get the ATIS for destination. Not, we'll get the METAR. And Here's the ATIS. We'll print that. Gotta love the printer. So, Kira, so Ioannis Kapodistrias International Airport, information uniform 1920 Zulu, so that's pretty fresh. Wind 205 at 4. Put that for now instead of the uploaded wind. Temperature 30 dew point 21. QNH 1011.
Flight level 170.
We're still with Rome radar? I think we
Radar
are.
contact.
Okay, so assuming we would be shooting the RNAV. I mean 205 would favor the other. What runway is in use? I think 34 would typically, yeah, arriving and departing runway 34, even with, we'll accept a little tailwind. What is that? 3 knots tailwind. And that would give us a minimum LNAV of Aero 770 1011. We can already put that in, might as well.
Turkish 6 kilo uniform contact Amendola approach on 118.855.
Switching to Amendola approach on 118.855.
I can see contrail on there.
Uniform.
We should probably put the traffic on below. Yeah, guys, 6,000 feet below, crossing. It's a little, no, is he going the same direction? See, we can't really tell, but yes.
Charlie Tango, contact Brindisi radar on 133.025.
133.025 for Brindisi radar, easy for Charlie Tango. Brindisi radar, good evening, easy for Charlie Tango, flight level 370.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, Brindisi radar identified. Good evening.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, okay, he's 6,000, so he's in the same direction. That makes more sense. He would have long passed us. We overtook him. I guess I could have filed, so SayIntentions uses your SimBrief latest flight plan as reference for your flight. Now it does control, or you can force it to use the SimBrief and the weather and the runway you selected, which some people like to do to mimic real world operation at that specific time, or you can, like I do, let SayIntentions manage the entire traffic, including preferential runways for departure and arrival, which means that as in the real world, it might not be the case at that time, but as in the real world, sometimes you have to accept a crosswind or tailwind up to a certain value so that they don't have to switch the airport and the runways around if the wind changes, or it just gives you more parallel runway to increase the traffic flow. So there's lots of operational reason as far as I can tell. Okay, so if you recently jumped on board, we are an EasyJet flight from Rome to Corfu. We are over the coast of the western coast of Italy, about to head out over the, is that still the Adriatic Sea, or would it be considered the Mediterranean Sea? I think it would be the Mediterranean already. Anyway, can put the terrain on the radar, so at least it looks like we know where the sea is. Reached our flight cruise level at the flight level 370, and we have programmed various random failures among 3 groups that were randomly selected. And we already had failures in each and every group, so electrical, fuel, and navigation. The one that I'm probably keeping an eye on is the fact that our IDG on engine 2 decided to go fishing, and we had to turn it off, which is basically disconnecting it. So we lost our Gen 2, so right now we are operating on only Gen 1, and the APU is feeding the AC bus 2. I am always nervous based on my very limited experience about the electrical issues, because if you remember from our first live stream, that got really interesting. I think at one point in time the cockpit was entirely dark. All I had was the backup, the ISIS. So if you haven't seen that episode, you might wanna give it a look. The rest on the nav side, we have lost our IRS-2, so the FO side went missing, but that we can switch on the number 3, which we have done. So the FO, my transparent FO, has proper navigation, attitude, information, and all that. His or her MCDU also decided to glitch. Luckily, we were able to pull the circuit breaker and then basically do a in-flight reset. So that one came back to life as far as I can tell. Yes, let's put our destination in here. Might as well use it. 183 nautical miles. For now I'm using random failures. I'm hoping I will be able to do some flights with a first officer, so that we can maybe do more scenario where basically I will pull some failures, specific failures, maybe on top of some random failures on my unsuspecting first officer. And then if things like the autopilots or auto thrust are not usable, then we can at least have one of us flying. It can get really tricky when you have to hand fly and go through the ECAM and all that good stuff. So at least here I have everything within arm's reach, but still can be quite challenging. Okay, so probably start our descent
Easy 4
in
Charlie Tango, Brindisi radar. Contact Brindisi on 121.075.
121.075 for Brindisi, easy for Charlie Tango. Brindisi, good evening, easy for Charlie Tango, flight level 370. Oh, 121.075, alright. Crickets. Try this again. Brindisi radar, good evening, easy for Charlie Tango, flight level 370.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, Brindisi identified. Ciao.
There we go. Much better. Okay, so far we know we should expect the FedEx 1 uniform, which is pretty straightforward. Literally starts at Latin, which is what we're headed to, and then yeah, BedX meant to go, or goes to the Kirkira VOR. Let's hard code that. I'm not sure if we're gonna pick it up. No. Can we hear it? Nope. Yeah, we're a little far. Is that for like a VOR, DME? What other approach do they have there? Approach. There's the RNP, which is probably what I would ask for. Then there's a multitude of VOR, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu, Whiskey, Victor, Uniform Tango. Are you kidding me? Alright, what is this alphabet soup? That's Zulu is from coming.
Brindisi Military Center, LL383, flight level 310.
Oh, guacamole. Yeah, the RNP.
LL383, radar contact.
Makes a lot more sense. Maybe the Yankee if we're coming from this side. Yeah, BedX is a VOR Yankee. Okay, well. We shall see. Okay.
Brindisi, Qatari 30 Yankee, flight level 310.
Hey, Qatari.
Qatari 30 Yankee,
What
radar
I
contact.
currently fly on Pilot's Live for literally a change of landscape. So what do we have? That would be a good diversion port here. LIBG. LIBG. Or is that 51? Yeah. Is that a military airport? Oh, Brindisi itself. LIBR. That's our upper left there. One further LIBN, I have no idea. Lecce. Alright, hopefully no diversion needed. Did I leave it on the leg or did the leg decide to make a return? I think we're good. So I put quite a bit of padding in my rough calculation for the top of descent based on BedX, which I estimated at 4,000. We don't really have an altitude constraint, but RNAV starts at 2,900. So using 4,000, 37,000, that's a difference of 33,000. If you get rid of the 1,000, that's 33. You want to descend, it takes like 3 nautical miles to descend 1,000 feet, so 33 times 3 is 99, let's call that 100. And then you need to slow down too, so I typically add 5 or 10, so here I added 10 knots, so you can create a fix from the flight plan page. Any left LS key, fix info, well I say any, is that true? Yeah, any. I typically use the top one. Fix info, BedX, 110 nautical miles. So that's the blue range that you see around BedX. It's 110 nautical miles. Plus we have a little bit more track miles. This is in, you know, as the crow flies. So it's not like I feel like we have to descend when we intersect that range ring. Probably wait another 20-40 nautical miles. Not as long as the calculated TOD, plus it's calculated on a pretty high cost index, that's another thing. Using 15.9 on this flight. Hey, the shorter the flight, the less chances for failure, right? So what are we showing right now? 2010. So we still have 30 minutes. If we can get the RNAV, it will be shorter. Oh, there we go. Master caution, master warning. Auto flight, autopilot off. I have the airplane thrust lock. Okay, auto flight, autopilot off. Thrust lock. So let's match. There we go. Auto flight. We can clear the master caution. So clear auto flight. Oh boy, what happened here? Electrical AC bus 1 fault. Okay, that's confirmed. We're all dark here. Lovely. I told you I don't like electrical. Blower override. It's all dark now. Alright, blower fault. Yeah, blower override. Elec AC bus clear elec. Clear elec. Auto flight, auto thrust off, and I remove the thrust lock. Okay, auto flight, clear auto flight. Okay, so...
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, Brindisi, cleared bead 1 uniform arrival into Kirkira. When you're ready, descend flight level 240.
Clear for the BidX 1 uniform arrival. When ready, descend flight level 240, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Hopefully I still have my radio. The one thing I'm gonna do... Okay, that got nuked. Let's put a lower cost in next. Okay, blower, so associated avionics vents, that's associated as I put in an override blower. Okay, clear hydraulic, blue electric, so we don't have pressurization due to the fact that it's run by electric. We're not yet in any kind of full emergency configuration, so we don't need the RAT. Clear hydraulic.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Alright, let's go. Well, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, let's put us in a descent here. Alright. Let the fun begin. Okay, fuel, yeah, from AC bus 1 or left. Left tank fuel pump 1 and right tank fuel pump 1. Clear, we still have the overheat. Okay, flight control, we do have flight, so the spoilers number 3, that's the blue hydraulic. Okay. Wonderful. And the cockpit is all dark. Does that include, yeah. Okay.
Easy 4 Charlie Tango, descend altitude 4000.
Oh, yeah. Descend altitude 4000, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Wow, that's a good descent. Okay, I should probably increase the rate of descent. We can pick up a little bit more speed. So I have to manually manage the thrust. Okay, we have a nice 43 knots wind from the right. Does it tell me? Man, I don't like when this is dark. Where it estimates. Okay, so AC1, so we lost. How does DC1 gets power from DC2? Okay, well, gotta love these electrical issues. Well, fly the plane. and clear flight control. Yeah, we did that. Okay, here is the laundry list that we have been waiting for.
Alpine 5-6 Yankee X-ray contact
Blue
Athens on
hydraulic spoiler 3,
124.625.
ADR 3.
Over to Athens on
Oh yeah.
124.625, he Alpine
So
56
fact
Yankee
1
X-ray.
fault. That okay. What's the so we're still good with both FMGC. RS2. So ADR3.
Ryanair 8779er, flight level 300.
RS2, radio altimeter 1, standby
Ryanair
torpedo,
8779er,
standby
radar
angle of
contact.
radar, angle of attack, windshield ill, or window heat, autopilot, yep, we know that, we lost both. Auto thrust, cat 2, fac 1, left tank pump 1, right tank pump 1, reverse to 1. Clear. Galley fan, cargo heat, cargo vent. What? The list of what's working is probably shorter than this. Main galley, Gen 2, blue electric pump, braking system 1. Okay. DMC 3. Oh, the lavatory detector. Better not go smoke in the lavatory now. Alright. Still looking good. I can pick up more speed if need be. Let me look at... okay, braking. That's a little worrisome. Landing distance procedure apply. You see, this is where it would be useful to have someone helping. We'll see what we can do. Let's go use the ProSim tablet, which is basically the same as Phoenix. Arrival performance.
Chanex 53 Lima Alpha contact Kirkira approach on 118.08.
Still expecting runway 34.
Switching to Kirkira approach on 118.08. Chanex 53
Alright,
Lima
so
Alpha.
landing weight is not really a concern. Let's call that 62 ton.
Alpine 5-6 Yankee X-ray contact Kirkira approach on 118.08.
Approach 137, approach
Switching to
speed.
Kirkira approach on 118.08.
So there's no
Alpine 56 Yankee X-ray.
higher approach speed required. Yeah, it's kinda... I don't know if it's foggy or just lower visibility. Okay, so what electrical system? AC bus 1 fault. Yes. So the breaker is gonna be max manual braking. That's that. I don't know if we have to... Well, you would think we would have to put something for the hydraulic as we... navigation, that's fine. Hydraulic. Yeah, blue system would be low pressure, right? Or no pressure. That's the blue system. That's for the spoiler. I think that's pretty much it. In good condition. So it, we're going a little Speedy Gonzales here. All good. We're still inbound Latam. We go thrust idle. Lost our temperature indications. Okay, let me see if we can request. Brindisi radar, easy for Charlie Tango. If possible, we would like to request the RNP runway 34 approach at destination.
Easy for Charlie Tango. Expect the RNAV runway 34 approach at Kakira.
Excellent, thank you. We will expect the RNP runway 34 approach into Kirkira. Easy for Charlie Tango. Okay, so manual thrust and manual flight. Okay, so we're approaching LATAM. So basically, I don't know if he's gonna still want me to fly past BidX. Well, we'll use our emergency aircraft privilege if we need to declare an emergency. RNAV via BidX. Okay. How do I... No star. Okay, good. Go back. Profile a little bit. I have to re-enter. No, it kept. Okay, yeah, I didn't change the approach, so it kept the minimum. Alright, here's our turn at LATAM. Let's not forget that we'll have to slow down, so probably configure a little early too. At least we should still have some daylight, hopefully.
Easy for Charlie Tango. Contact Kakira approach on 118.08.
Approach 118.08. Easy for Charlie Tango. Kirkira approach, easy for Charlie Tango, passing, descending through flight level 141 for 4000.
Easy for Charlie Tango. Kirkira approach. Identified. Good evening. Expect the RNAV runway 34 approach into Kirkira.
Expecting the RNAV runway 34 approach into Kirkira. Easy for Charlie Tango. Okay, I'm thrust idle. I'm gonna just use that as a reference, as we don't have any other thrust. Seatbelt sign. Ding. Okay, how long is that runway? 7785, so 2300 meters. Okay. Continue to slow down. We see two other aircraft on the approach. That's nice. Okay, hopefully we can just limp. Okay, elect static inverter fault. Okay, that's why. Static inverter. Add transformer rectifier? Or it's the other way around? I don't know. Clear link. List is even longer. Sorry, remove status. Okay. Alright, we're getting on speed, so we'll continue our descent below 10,000. East we see mainland Greece and the beautiful island of Corfu. Put some lights on. Well, electrical failures have been true to their reputation. As long as I can fly the plane in normal law. Plus, we'll see how long that will last. Okay, let's put the constraint back on. And really, we need to be at 2900. At KR 601, and then 1700. Don't know why. This is not just a ProSim thing. We have the same thing with the G-Health freeware. When you import from Navigraph data, a lot of these constraint in the approach gets turned into at or above when they are at. Not sure what's causing that. Okay, keep my hand on the thrust lever so that when I try to level up, I'll remember hopefully to bring the thrust back on. Basically flying Q400 here. Boy, I love that plane. It's probably the one I flew the most in P3D, that majestic. Still hopeful they'll bring it to 2020. Okay, the airport is over there somewhere. Can't quite pick it up. So if we want to be at 2900, why does it still say out of above? Okay. Fuel! Oh, I forgot about you. Sorry. At least we don't have a fuel leak as far as I know. But fuel quantity indicator channel 1 failed. Okay, clear fuel. Let's review this last time. Landing distance procedure, we did that. Still planned for full flaps landing. Blue hydraulics, spoiler 3, ADR 3, R2, radio altimeter. So that's RA2 should still give me the calls, hopefully. The altitude calls, standby, windshield, AP1 plus 2 of the thrust, we know, Cat 2, it's all.
84, Charlie Tango, descend altitude 3900, turn right, heading 125 vectors for the RNAV runway 34 approach.
Turn right heading 125 and descend altitude 3000, easy for Charlie Tango. Oh, not 3000. She wanted, what, 3900? That was weird. Alright.
84, Charlie Tango, descend altitude 3900 feet. Turn right, heading 125 vectors for the RNAV runway 34 approach.
Vectors for the RNAV 34 approach, turning right heading 125 and descending altitude 3,900 feet. Okay, at least we won't have to fly that all the way to the VOR, so that's good. Okay, probably can slow down. Okay, 125. You know what? Let's go flaps 1. Not too long from now. Can activate the approach. This is just gonna help. Maybe 185. Okay, let's try to stay at the altitude we were given.
Easy 4, Charlie Tango, 7 miles from Kilo Romeo 601. Turn left, heading 040. Descend altitude 2900 until established. Cleared for the RNAV, runway 34 approach.
Turn left, heading 070. Descend altitude 2900. Clear for the RNAV, runway 34 approach. Easy 4, Charlie Tango.
Ryanair 28 Kilo Delta, radar contact. Climb and maintain 7,000.
Up to 7,000. Ryanair 28 Kilo Delta.
Okay. Here we go. Here goes nothing. So let's put actually a direct. I know she gave me 070. But we've been clear for the RNAV, which I used the runway turn of flight as a reminder. Okay, runway inside, that's good. So 2900 at KR 601.
Ryanair 28 Kilo Delta, contact Athens on 129.675.
Over to Athens on
And we gotta
129.675
descend
with Ryanair
now.
28 Kilo Delta.
Ryanair 28 Kilo Delta, contact Brindisi Military Center on 121.075.
Switching to Brindisi Military
Okay.
Center on 121.075. Ryanair 28 Kilo Delta.
So we want to be at 2900, yeah, 185. Let's see if we can even get lower.
Easy 4, Charlie Tango, contact Kirkira Tower on 120.855.
120855 for Kirkira Tower, easy for Charlie Tango. Course
Thanks.
is right at
Yankee
the
and
time.
Ryanair 28 Kilo Delta.
But it looks like we're gonna overshoot a little bit. More than a little bit. Is this an offset? Alright. Can see the airport. That's the good thing. Kirkira Tower, easy 4 Charlie Tango RNAV, runway 34. Alright, let's go flaps 2.
EC4 Charlie Tango, Kirkira Tower, Roger. Continue RNAV approach for runway 34.
Continuing approach, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Alright, the flaps 2 balloon is here. Alright, give me the bird. Don't need the flight director.
EC4 Charlie Tango. Wind 350 at 3. Runway 34, clear to
Beautiful
land.
sky. Runway 34, clear to land, easy 4 Charlie Tango. Alright, we've been cleared to land. Come on, little plane, you can do it. So what was 137? Okay. Boeing style. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Okay, that's a reminder of all the challenges we have ahead of us. Or maybe hopefully behind us. Okay, I'm a little low. I mean, like 4 red low, but I'm gonna correct that. Make sure we don't get slow also. Yeah, the runway was right behind the overhead stand, so
100 above.
Alright, continue. Visual. Sorry for the shallow approach.
Minimum.
Okay. Landing checklist. Manual thrust. Landing all green, and cabin crew has been advised.
$500.
Alright, a little bit of crosswind from the right. Not that much.
$200.
Ooh, the
100.
speed.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Alright, put it down. Sure why he wants to go there. But we are on the ground. Reverser. Oh! Forgot about that. Yes, that's because our left reverser. Alright, master caution. Well, we'll worry about all these later. We are on the ground. Clear master caution. Water tank, high temperature. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's vacate the runway. We have already the APU on. We can stop that.
Welcome
Start
to
this.
Kirkira. Contact ground on 121.705.
Well, let's keep that for that. We'll get here and assess our situation. Over to ground, easy for Charlie Tango. Alright, that was 121.705.
Easy for Charlie Tango. Say again, please.
Oh, don't worry about me. We're switching to ground on 121.705. Kirkira ground, easy for Charlie Tango, taxi to gate. Okay, fuel outer tank, yeah, that's the temperature, so clear that. Is that all?
Easy for Charlie Tango, Kirkira ground, taxi to gate 3 via Alpha Charlie. Good day.
Taxi to gate 3 via Alpha Charlie, easy for Charlie Tango. Alright, that's, I mean, it's not a big airport, so that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, Alpha and then Charlie is the little inner one, gate 3. Let's see if we're in the good grace of GSX. Not GA, main terminal, stand 3, walking no bus, that's perfect. Okay, so right on Alpha and then a little left on Charlie. Woof! Well, another day with a long list of in-up system on our ECAM pages. So that was an exciting adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with us till the end. Never know what we get on these flights. Nothing is pre-scripted. It's all in the hands of random failures. Let me see how many we got today. Failures gremlins were cooking today. Nothing like taxiing heads down, right? Alright, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 failures. Alright, well, that's pretty much all I can take on one flight. Alright, here are the 6 Bravo, Alpha. I see our friendly ground crew. How do you get to 3? Oh, okay. Here's how you get to 3. Sorry for people in the back, whipping them around. Well, bringing our injured aircraft to the gate first. We'll disembark the passenger, but then maintenance will have to take a serious look at it. Okay, we're past our cool-off time. I can turn the TCAS off. Wonderful. Let's get people off this shipwreck. Okay, so we had 3 fuel failure. The fuel quantity indicator channel 1, the other tank we're cooking. Oh, the right transfer. That one I didn't notice. Oh, what is that? I have no idea where that sounds come from. Alright, well, we'll not worry too much about it. I am not sure what that is all about. Okay, let's get the passenger out first and foremost. I got a GPU before APU decide to go fishing. Alright, let's take a little look out there real quick. Here we are in Corfu. So I was looking at the list of failure. Usually take a picture of that so I remember what happened. Yeah, we have the fuel failure. We talk about, we had the AC bus 1, AC bus 2, 26 volt, the IDG or low pressure, which caused us to disconnect the IDG, the static inverter, and then on the navigation front, the IR2, IR failure. Oh, and the localizer. Yeah, well, sometimes the failure don't impact us, and can't complain necessarily about that. Let's see, how are we doing with the door they open? So, where are peeps going? There we go. They are going to the terminal. Well, once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to give us a like. If we reach by the next stream 10% like compared to the total number of views, then we'll add even more failures to the mix, including flight controls and landing gears and brake issues. So who knows what might be coming next. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Feel free to add in the chat or in the comment things you'd like to see in the future. And see SkySim 320 Thailand. Good morning. Good morning, SkySim 320. What time is it in Thailand? Is it like 3:17 in the morning? I thought Thailand was the exact opposite of where I am. Aren't you guys like UTC +7? I'm not sure. All I know is that I am UTC -5 for now until the end of daylight saving time. Alright. Yep, that's what I thought. Man, you were up way too early. Yeah. Or up too late. I don't know. I'm not an early bird, so if I'm ever up at 3 in the morning, it's because I'm doing a world flight into the night until my German friends pick it up. So okay, well we'll wrap it up here. Once again, I really appreciate each and every one of you who joined. I hope you enjoyed the streams. Feel free to provide constructive feedback, criticism, whatever you want to call it, or any words of encouragement, anything specific you'd like to see. I try to look at all those comments and reply if it's a question. So hope to see you in the next one. This is Captain Tango checking out. See you.